You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hellgate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Thursday the 23rd of April, 2026. It is 34 days after the spring equinox. It is 59 days before the summer solstice. In today's episode, strawberries, George and Martha Washington, the hillbilly, protest at Columbia University, New Coke, and Halston. The sun rises today at 6:05 a.m. The sun sets today at 7:44 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:13 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 8:48 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 28 seconds longer than yesterday. The first quarter of the moon arrives today at 10:32 p.m. The moon sets today at 2:03 a.m., and then it rises again at 11:21 a.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 3:39 a.m., 1 meter 58. In the morning, low tide, 10:07 a.m., 9 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 4:25 p.m., 1 meter 34. At night, low tide, 10:22 p.m., 27 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the strawberries which overwintered so successfully are grown thick and full, and are covered with white flowers. Some have dropped their petals and are setting fruit. Small green strawberries, still hard, but recognizable in their full pointed shape. It puts us in mind of the Strawberry Festival celebrated by Native Americans on Long Island and across the eastern woodlands. The festival is about a month away, and it celebrates the coming of the first crops of the year. Still some time left before that bounty begins. Commemorations. On this day in 1789, President-elect George Washington and his wife Martha moved into the first executive mansion. It was here in New York, down on Cherry Street in Lower Manhattan. The house was owned by the family of Walter Franklin, a wealthy Quaker merchant. While they were in residence, Martha Washington would hold what she called a drawing room, or visiting time, every Friday. It was quite formal. A contemporary account tells us, quote, "At 7 o'clock, carrying neither sword nor hat, as being unofficially present, the President took his stand beside Mrs. Washington. The ladies, attended always by gentlemen, came in, curtsied low and silently, and sat down," unquote. And then Washington would mingle with their guests. The house stood where the Manhattan Pier of the Brooklyn Bridge now stands. On this day in 1900, the word hillbilly first appeared in print. It was used in an article in the New York Journal, one of our local morning papers. They reported, quote, "A hillbilly is a free and untrammeled white citizen of Alabama, who lives in the hills, has no means to speak of, dresses as he can, talks as he pleases, drinks whiskey when he gets it, and fires off his revolver as the fancy takes him," unquote. Where these New Yorkers got this information is unclear. On this day in 1968, students at Columbia occupied the administration buildings of the university, effectively shutting the school down. They were protesting both the Vietnam War and the university's plan to build a new gym in a nearby black neighborhood. The occupation lasted 6 days before 1,000 police raided the buildings and arrested more than 700 students. The intervention was not without violence. 30 students would eventually be suspended. But with the support of the faculty, who struck in response to the police raid, the protesters achieved their aims. The university cut ties with the Institute for Defense Analyses and abandoned the gym project. On this day in 1985, Coca-Cola altered its formula and released the New Coke. Customers were not pleased, and 3 months later the old Coke was back on the shelves. Today we remember Halston, born on this day in 1932. His given name was Roy Halston Frowick, but the fashion designer went by the one name, Halston, his whole professional life. His first fame came from his design of Jackie Kennedy's pillbox hat for her husband's inauguration. And in the 1970s, he opened his flagship emporium at 68th and Madison. Fun fact, it replaced a greasy spoon called Phoebe's Wham Burger. His style, noted for its clean, elegant lines, epitomized 1970s fashion. He died sadly of complications of AIDS in 1990, one of many major cultural figures lost in those plague years. Remember Halston today. And that is the Observatory, Thursday the 23rd of April, 2026.